In this lesson, we want to create an exit intent pop-up. That means when someone is leaving the blog, a pop-up comes up that asks for an email address to join our newsletter. Now go back to the WordPress dashboard, and in the left-hand navigation you can see under templates the pop-up section. Click on add new pop-up and you can name it exit blog and create template. Now Elementor comes with a huge library of pop-ups. So whatever you think fits to your need or your style, I will go with a very simple one that is easy to customize. You can see here this Christmas inspired pop-up. You click on insert and now we start customizing the pop-up. Of course it's not Christmas and we want to completely change the style. So let's start at the top. Remove this Happy Holidays headline, just delete it. And for this headline, let's say join our newsletter, or make it get the best marketing know-how in your inbox. And now change the styling, text color to primary and the typography to content headline. Of course this form, we do not need it, you delete it. And now something you might remember, we created a global widget. And this global widget, you can find it up here. You click here on the widget, and instead of elements, you click on global. And here you can see the global newsletter sign-up form that we saved when we connected MailChimp. Now you can see here that the form is already loaded, and it offers to edit the global widget or unlink from global. I see here a small error. The email field should not show up, but we want to change this everywhere. So you click on edit global widget and remove the label. Now that looks quite nice. Of course, we want to get rid of this image in the background. And as you can see, this is one section and this background image is loaded in the pop-up. So this is a bit special for the pop-up editing. Down here in the left corner, you have settings for the pop-up. And if you click on style, you can see that the background is loaded from here. Now remove this image and you are done. Now we need, of course, change the color of the headline. Select the headline and choose text color secondary. Good, but it looks a bit boring. Let's say on section level, click here on duplicate on the column level. And of course, you see a lot of spacing on the right that needs to be removed. We have here 40%. So if you click on section level again, you can see there's a 40% spacing from the right. Set it to 0. That looks better. And now delete the content in the second column. Delete, delete. And let's add an image here. Image. Drop an image. And to quickly select one, I take the guy from our homepage. Looks better. Now we want to align this better. Click on the column level, vertically align middle. Looks good. Now you see still some spacing at the top and bottom. Let's remove the margin here just to be sure. And of course, you'll click again on the settings, pop-up settings in the bottom left. You can see there's a width and custom height, and remove the value for custom height. This is better now because I want the image to be exactly from top to bottom without any spacing. But what I want to do is that it stands out a bit more, our pop-up. Click on the second column, style, and add a background color and choose our accent color. Good, that's how I like it. Now, how can we tell Elementor when this pop-up should come up? Again, with templates and with themes, you need to tell Elementor when this pop-up should show up. So at the bottom left, next to publish, you click on the arrow, click on display conditions, and you add a condition and say instead of all of the page, you just want to show it on the blog. Because if someone has read a blog, usually they browse away. And you do not want to show it on the homepage because this can get quite annoying. So you click on include, singular, and select posts, all singular posts. And that means that for all blog posts, this pop-up will show up. And you click on next. And I want to show it when the user moves away with the mouse or clicks on the mobile on the address line in the browser. So you click on page exit intent. Next. In advanced rules, you could also say don't show the pop-up on mobile devices, show only a certain amount of page views and so on. But we leave this open as it is, so all on no. Click save and close. And now you could have a look. Now have a quick look if it works before we further customize the design. So I'm going to the home page, click on blog and open up a blog post. And I move with the mouse away. And you can see the pop-up fires up. But it looks a bit strange with this white and red. So let's quickly change this. Go back. And now change the background color also to the same color, accent. And now we need to quickly change the button. As you can see, the red button doesn't work quite well from the global widget. You could now unlink or change the global widget. This depends on how many areas you added it. So this is where you need to be careful and think about. If you now change it for everywhere on the page where this global widget is used, it would make troubles. But for us, it's just used here in the pop-up. So we would add the global widget and change the styling of the button to have a different background color. Now this looks quite nice. And for the headline, I would also say we could try a bigger text. That is too much, but we would make it white and keep the content headline text. Good, now it looks much better. We click on update and we make one more test. So click it away, click on blog, open up again a blog post, and yes, now we have the pop-up widget that asks for an email address before the user is actually leaving our website. So before we close this lesson, a quick reminder. Pop-ups are really powerful. So usually you have to install a lot of plugins to get this pop-up functionality in WordPress. And it's also already built in Elementor, so it saves a lot of headaches. And you can see there's a lot of advanced options to configure it when the actual pop-up should come up. But please be aware that pop-ups can be really annoying. So if someone is like having already had a few page views and was checking out your content, the possibility that someone like this is signing up for a newsletter is way bigger. So what you could do is now under advanced rules and say, make it less annoying. If someone already has 3 page views on our page, it might make sense that to show this pop-up. Or you could also say, only show it after a certain amount of time, not only sessions. Or you could hide it on mobile if you have a very complicated pop-up design. And you can always see how it works. So if your newsletter numbers go up or you don't see any progress, try a little tweaks, change the copy, change the styling, change the positioning of the pop-up and so on. But as said, don't annoy your users too much. It doesn't make sense to have a pop-up on every page.